This is the future.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Skull Green here and welcome to another video. In this one we're going to yet again fight Boss Raven and we're going to have a pretty interesting team with Manta and Raven, but before we get into that we're going to open up with the Kinfla and Sakuman fight. That was not really the first fight of that day, but I kinda forgot to record the Deathstroke fight, so my deepest apologies for that. We will definitely be missing that one. But yeah, Kinfla and Sakuman in here with Sword of Salvation at level 8. We'll have a level 5 Sword of Sin and a level 1 Trigon Staff. All the other ones except for Sword of Salvation will be in there for the passive stats that they provide. Obviously, we're going to tag in and out Dr. Fate a little bit, just to get some power going, and some power going for Raven as well, that we can further steal. Re-engage the combo there with Young Francis, combo interrupt again, re-engage the combo. Special tree in there, Dr. Fate back in. Combo interrupting again. Kinfla and Sakuman back in there. Special tree again. And yeah, I'm not using Raven with Kinfla and Sakuman. I'm not very sure that was the right play here, because I tested it out last time, and last time I was pulling more damage with Manta plus Raven than with King plus Raven. I mean, King was kind of pulling still more damage, but it was heavily reliant on his percentage damage on the special tree, which will not change if Raven is in there or is not in there. And since then I did get the Manta to 5-star, so that should be better. But I also got my Kinfla and Sakuman to 7-star, and that also graded his super move. And his super move was kind of the main point of using Raven with him, because that thing would deal extreme amounts of damage. At the very least compared to the usual numbers you see against Raven. So yeah, not necessarily sure if it was the right choice to not use it with King, but we'll see how it goes. Some other people also suggested using Raven with Silver Banshee and saying that can add at the very least on top of it more damage than it adds for Kinfla and Sakuman and Manta. And I'm not gonna say you're wrong, because I was people kept telling that to me when I was using Raven with Manta previously, other than Kinfla and Sakuman, and I was not wrong. So I'm not gonna say to the person who suggested Raven plus Silver Banshee, you might be right, but the problem with that pip is it's going to be extremely hard to figure out a reliable and steady combo to pull that one off. And if you're gonna have all blades on Silver Banshee, it's gonna be very risky gameplay with Raven, so yeah, not sure about that. If any of you got any videos of Raven plus Silver Banshee pips that went well, obviously, please DM me on Discord, because I'm willing to take a look at that and maybe use that myself. I'm quite curious in that regard. But yeah, we're going to enter the zone with slow power generation, because it's the Red Hood time extension in a moment here. But we got plenty of energy already, so we're going to try to stick to that, but at the same time not allow King to go overboard with his energy. Would have been great, I think, to tag Dr. Fate in at some point, because we could have saved up more energy if we didn't steal at specific moments from Raven, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna yeet out one more special tree in here. And we're going to either tag in Dr. Fate or keep King in there. We're going to tag Dr. Fate because we are going to get quite enough power generation from that tag in to guarantee us one more special tree, and there it goes. So yeah, that was the King fight. And I would say it went well enough. Let me know in the comments if you think that went well enough, if that was a well-executed King fight. Now moving on to the Black Manta Raven fight. This is one of the most stressing fights in the entire game, because you got two things that you need to keep into account. First up is going to be the Manta stacks, and second is going to be the Raven Darkness stacks. Now, if you lose any of them, it's going to be pretty much catastrophic for your damage, and you'll have to restart stacking them. And if you lose the Darkness, it's gonna be even worse. Actually, nah, I think both of them are the same gravity if you lose them. But sometimes if you lose one, you're also gonna lose the other, because you're gonna panic and be like, oh crap. So yeah, we're going to only start stacking Manta stacks after we're at 5 Raven stacks, because I thought that was slightly more optimal, let's say. And I'm going to try and figure out different ways to get an optimal tagging. Like, this is gonna be the most straightforward tagging, and doing 3 hits and tagging Manta in from a block. And also the fact that I have my Manta to 5 stars extending the duration before the buffs expire is definitely gonna be helpful, because without that I think I would have lost it a few times in this fight. But at the same time I think I would have played it far more safe. Raven in there, doing a long combo, and we almost lost the stacks because I kind of miscalculated that and I set in there too much with Raven. And again, if this was a 4-star Manta instead of a 5-star Manta, I think those would have been lost stacks, but thankfully that is not the case anymore. Re-engage the combo there with Manta. And I'm kind of trying to figure out which one is the absolute most optimal. Like the one we used previously works well enough, but I'm trying to see if I can get a mid-combo tagging from Raven. But we're going to do this one more time here. Again, tagging in from block, Manta back in there. Just like Thresh is going to be the choice of a support character over here. We could have used Vixen because of 2 debuffs on the enemy, but I don't think that would have been enough to justify it. And considering we have 600k per basic attack kit, I would rather have 3 fast attack kits. And we can't use Beta Club here. So yeah, straight into a special one here, and I try to do 3 hits and then a Manta tagging. But I think that's called the mid-combo tagging, by the way. And thankfully we didn't lose the Manta stacks, that was very close. So it's called the mid-combo tagging, where we're tagging another character after 3 hits with the previous character. And it doesn't seem to be working very smoothly over here. And I think the main reason behind that is gonna be the fact that Manta is barely able to tag in, because even here where we had a smoother tag in, we kind of didn't really tag as a continuation of that combo, but kind of weirdly as a new combo. So maybe Raven's just not sitting there for long enough to justify that type of tagging. But yeah, I don't know. And that was that's pretty much it for this fight. We're gonna keep Manta in there for the rest of the duration. Specials from Manta are definitely not worth it. I mean, if we had Vixen, maybe I would have used Burning to keep that up at all times. But again, without Beta Club, I don't think at 4 stars at the very least Vixen is gonna be worth it here. So yeah, that was it for the Black Manta fights. And we did 232 mil. That's already higher than Kimflan Sakumen pip. Like previously, when I was doing the calculations previously, last time the Advent of Chaos was here, I was actually getting lower values with Manta plus Raven than with King, and I was trying to explain to people why that doesn't matter, because Raven doesn't affect special trees, but it seems right now we're straight up getting higher values than King, so that's nice. That's nice. We can see the improvement of having 5-star Manta. Right now I'm not really sure if I should keep pursuing Manta and getting him to 6 stars, because he seems to be in a good enough spot, or if I should be pursuing Raven and trying to get her to 6 stars. Though at the same time you're quite more likely to get Raven shards from league donations than Manta shards, because there's gonna be plenty of people who have Raven already maxed out and are gonna keep dropping her from the rewards. So that's gonna be an interesting question. But moving on to the next fight, we're going to have here Zero Banshee plus Reverse Slash plus Power Girl. Again, a team that's going to be one of the teams that actually does some decent damage here. They're going to deal like half of their usual damage, or slightly less than half, because even though Zero Banshee doesn't have access to crits here, and I messed up over there and got hit by that special one, she's still gonna have access to her main mechanic, which is dealing increased damage based on the number of abilities that are going to be disabled for the opponent. Messed up a bit there, so Banshee almost died, but we're fine. Throw Banshee back in their special tree. Now we still have access to that, and look, to be honest, you guys might see something different in this fight. You might be like, oh, where's the crits? I don't see much different. This is, for the most part, how all my Solar Banshee fights go nowadays. The crits are not there anyway, and with this fight I at the very least know for a fact there's not gonna be any crits, so at the very least I don't get mad. So yeah, Solar Banshee team working as intended in this fight. They're quite immune to Raven's debuffs, as it seems. Reverse Flash tanking one more special one, and boy, she does deal some damage, because this is the Reverse Flash that I have on this account that's quite tankier than the one on the other account. Boy, I don't even want to imagine the noodle Reverse Flash that I got on the other accounts and how he would have done here. But still, even though he's quite tanky, he's not gonna have a very good time, so here he's gonna die, so I'm not gonna risk tagging him again, because if he dies, Raven might chain a combo and kill my Silver Banshee too after she gets tagged in. So we're going to use the Thickness of Power Girl to help us through this fight. Back off another special one in there. Power Girl back in there. We're going to tank that special tree with Power Girl, sadly. Should have tanked it maybe with Reverse Flash. But Reverse Flash back in here, being careful not to get hit because I think we're sitting close to 1 health. So any hit could kill us. Backing off into a special 1. Backing off again into another special 1. Maybe should have gone for a special 3 here. But she dodged. Yeah, I should have gone for a special 3 earlier. Was a little bit greedy. But yeah, 36.6 mil. It's, I think, the highest value we've ever gotten with Sword Bench against Raven, so we're definitely improving. Another thing that we're going to use here is going to be the Multiverse Team. The Multiverse Team special 1 is not gonna work as it works against Captain Cold, because it's gonna be a main difference. You might be like, oh, the Multiverse Team is going to be able to crit here. Nope. Captain Cold is going to be crit resistant, and Multiverse Special 1 removes crit resistance. Raven, sadly, is crit immune, so there's nothing that can be done about it. But there is one thing that this team can still do in this scenario, which is slightly increase their damage based on the fact that the enemy is burning. And a little bit of a sloppy gameplay here at the start. Again, it doesn't really matter to refresh the burning effect. You should not let burning expire if the enemy's got defense, because it gets more and more effective with each refresh. So that's the case where you should not let it expire. But in this scenario over here, we don't really care at all, to be honest, about the burning expiring. Though we will still try to do the gameplay where we refresh it, because it's kind of the more optimal gameplay. Tagging in there, combo interrupting. And honestly, it's far easier to combo interrupt her than to combo interrupt Captain Cold in league rates, especially with Multiverse Armor Supergirl. Or maybe I was just ultra focused here, and that's why I managed to do it without a problem. Multiverse Armor Supergirl back in there, and a special 3. And yeah, we're sitting between 700k and 800k, which is not the best thing in the world in terms of damage values, but look, it's something. It's something. We're getting towards something over here. It's progress, guys. It's progress, and we're doing it quite often. This gameplay allows us to quite spam the special 3. And Shazam is not gonna do that much for us, because again, when you have like 20k more attack from the artifacts that you get equipped, Shazam's 2 or 3k attack that he gives is not gonna be that relevant. But the other option would have been Red Hood, which was already used with Conflant Sacrament, so I guess Shazam was the next best thing, so that's what we're doing here, and that's why he is here. Not a special 3 in there, blocking. Multiverse actually, not reverse. Multiverse Flash re-engaged in the combo. Combo interrupt, not combo interrupting there, excuse me, blocking. Combo interrupting again. Straight into a special 3. Combo interrupting, and the special 1. Flashback in. Combo interrupting again. With a short combo. Multiverse Armor Supergirl back in. Into flashback in there. Combo interrupting again. Multiverse Armor Supergirl back in. Special 3 in there. Combo interrupting again. And Multiverse Armor Supergirl back in. We're going to refresh burning for one last time. Flashback in there for one last time. That's gonna be his last combo, so we're gonna make sure it's done properly. Special 3. Combo interrupting a bit into another special 3, and we survive with just enough health to not die on Multiverse Armor Supergirl, so that was close. Not sure if she would have been able to take it if Red Hood would have extended the fight. So 18 mil is not too bad. Now for the last team, as I said, those are all the teams I used except Deathstroke, because I forgot to include that, because I'm dumb and I did not record it. And we're going to use Last of Joker here. Again, we're going to try and make use of things that function. Dot damage for League of Anarchy does not function. Arbreak Harley Quinn stunting does not really function, because she's stun resistant, so we would only stun half the time. So it's gonna be very not optimal. But Last of Joker passive, that's going to increase his attack, it's going to actually function. So we're going to try and make use of that. Bane getting hit here, and Last of Joker back in. And we did a 1.5 mil damage, and I actually regret doing super moves so fast, because considering the damage, I think we would have been able to get to maybe 2.5 mil, and that would have been a quite significant amount of damage if we went all the way to 40 hit combo, so I think that's the thing that we should have done. Got my Joker to 7 stars over here, so we're gonna get a pretty big boost from the super move, and he's also got 3 attack boosts from Brainiac and Brainiac's minion dying. I could have waited a little bit longer and allowed Brainiac to get 2 of his minions killed, but that would have taken too much time. Maybe I could have done it, maybe, but now it's too late for regrets. And we're just going to get going with our thing here. So basically our thing is using a special tree, swipe right, tap 3 times, swipe right, and then combo interrupt into a full combo into another special 2. Oh, I said that the first special tree. I'm sorry, special 2. That's gonna be our thing. Spamming special 2 with a decent combo. Above 20 hit combo is gonna do, because we need to strike the balance between building a decent combo and spamming it, because at the same time we could go all the way to a 40 hit combo and we can just spam it one after the other because of the Sword of Salvation, but we need to kind of strike a middle balance in between both of them. I think that's gonna be more optimal. I think just spamming it would also work, but yeah. And building combo is not the most worthwhile thing in this fight specifically because of no crit chance. But yeah, it's gonna be the last fight of this, and most likely I'll kill Raven today on stream, so would love it if you guys could be there to witness it and experience together how I'm still not gonna get any Raven shards from the rewards, because, bro, this is, I think, Heroic 5 that we're killing. Hold on, I actually got my, yeah, Heroic 5. This is Heroic 5 that we're killing. And haven't gotten Raven in Heroic 1, 2, 3, or 4. And neither in 1, 2 on the secondary accounts. So that's the current situation. I'm not really hoping to get Raven from here, considering how it's been so far. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!
This is the future.